Hey there, today we'll be talking about SCP, service control policies, and why would you use them. So if you've got an AWS instance, it may look something like this. You've created your organization units and accounts. So why have you done that? So you want to break them out, don't you? It's not just about FinOps or operation. You want to instill security. So the easiest thing to do is create these boundaries. Now anyone in Azure would know these are subscriptions. You create these boundaries or organization units accounts because you want to break things out. You don't want your development instance right next to your production. Reason being is, you may have different access given. So developers have more freedom in developing than they do in production. You want them to move forward and be, forward thinking, trying out new technologies, but you don't want to do it right next to your production systems, do you? So you break these out. What you also do is create different kind of security levels, so to speak. You may be more lenient in development because you want to save a bit of money. If you've got all the money in your world, I'm sure you just deploy the full stacks everywhere. But if you don't, you kind of set these standards and you hope that everything falls in line, so to speak. So once you've got this design, you really want to try and enforce it on the cloud. So how do you do this? And this is exactly where SCPs come into play. Say you've enabled, guard duty, CloudTrail, you've set everything up like you would like it, you've got it fully documented, it's your policy, it's your standard, your governance team, expect that always to be enabled, and you've got your baseline. Creating these SCPs help keep that way, essentially. You attach them to either your OU or your account, and essentially you just let it be. So you really need to design them beforehand, and then once you've done that, come in here and see what you can do. There are some limitations, so I've seen, but you really have to come in here to match what you want. So you come in here and you go into policies, you can create. Here you give it a simple name, simple description, so to speak. But here it is. This is what you want to do. So by default, it says deny, and if you're coming from a security point of view, that's probably what you want to be doing. You've got, say, CloudTrail in here. You've enabled a bunch of stuff. You don't want people, say, deleting it or stopping it. So you would come in here and say, stop logging. Deny that from everyone. You don't want people doing that, except from a certain amount of people, and you can do that by adding conditions later on, or you can structure it by OU or account or however. It really needs to match your policies, written out. You don't want to just fudge this kind of thing and then everyone get confused about what it is you can and cannot do and who can do what. You want to get it documented down, get it written, and apply them as your SCPs. So I really do recommend just coming in here and seeing, all the services are there. You can stop them from, like I said, stopping them, removing them. Well, that's just a tag, but stopping the events, deleting them. You can really just go all in because all the services are here. But like I said, I have looked in here. There are some limitations. You really just want to have a little play, just see what you can do. Just go in here for example, and I set this. So then you can just add conditions. So here I said you can set this to say, target set people, or do say an exclusion method where it's blocked for everyone apart from these people. Again, it's really up to you. These SCPs are what the AWS call your guardrails, so to speak, to just keep your AWS instance as you would like it. And yeah, that's it. Basically, that's the simple way of explaining it. These SCPs are what they call guardrails. You want to implement them to match your written policies, so to speak, and then this will let you sleep easy at night because you know that a developer is not disabling them, an admin's not disabling. And the thing you've also got to think of is, what happens if your cloud is breached? First thing that you can do is turn all these tools off. I mean, it's quite easy to disable guard duty. It's easy to, delete a trail, go in the S3 buckets. You want to stop people doing that, and this is the high level way of doing it. And that's it. Thanks for watching.